Hey guys, Nicole again. I thought I'd jump on here. I had some people asking some questions about wanting to start their keto journey and exactly what I did to start mine. So I thought I'd jump on and explain some stuff. I'm at work, so I might have to stop. Right now I have some time to talk to y'all, but if I do have to stop, we'll just stop and jump back on in a minute. So my keto journey again started a couple of years ago, and I have been on and off throughout the time. I have decided that enough is enough. I am at the last of my journey. I need to finish it instead of, oh, okay, let's get off of it for a minute and then gain a little bit, and then it has just added more time. So I need to be strict, get where I need to go, and be done. And that's how all this blogging and vlogging and everything is started. So I started a few years ago again, and basically what I did is researched, talked to a doctor, all of that good stuff. Quickly, I will tell you that I had a doctor who I really liked, and she, of course, you know, my weight was, I'm a mess. My weight was out of control, and I didn't realize it because I didn't weigh myself. But I was out of control, and she was like, Nicole, if you don't do something, you're going to be like your father. My father had a massive stroke in his 50s, you know, because of your weight. I have, now mind you, I have no health issues. I'm not diabetic. I have no high blood pressure. I have no high cholesterol. I have nothing medically wrong with me other than obesity. So I was like, oh, I know. But it is so much easier said than done. I love to eat. I love to cook. I mean, I am not one of those that is like, I don't know how I got this weight. I could tell you how I got this weight. I like to eat. Now, yes, I was diagnosed with, through this process, I had some testing done, and I do have an inactive metabolism. But it's no excuse. I can obviously lose weight. So anyway, so long story short, she put me on, I can't even think of the name of it. I can't think of the name of it, but there's some type of pill that's supposed to curb your hunger, and it worked, and I lost weight, and I absolutely hated how I feel. I'm a night shift worker. I have to be able to come home and sleep. It was almost like, and I am somebody who drinks a lot of coffee and caffeine. It was almost like I was drinking triple the amount of coffee and caffeine. I just could not focus. I couldn't sleep. I was just, ugh. So after, I don't know, maybe 2 months or so, I told her, she's like, oh, you're doing great. You know, you're down almost 30 pounds. And I'm like, yeah. No, this isn't something I can do long term. I can't sleep. I can't focus. I'm like, I am somebody who, you know, works, you know, 12, 13, 14 hours a day. I have kids. I have a husband. I have a house. I have things to do. I'm busy. I can't be like this. Like, I can't be like out of myself. And so, she, oh, no, you keep at it. You're doing fine. You will get used to the way you feel. All right, now listen. So like 1 month into it, or 1 month more into it, so like 3-4 months into it total, I was still maybe sleeping 2 to 3 hours a day, probably 3, but you know, I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't functioning like normal, and it was not to the point where that could be my new normal. I was not, no, it was just like, I can't be like this. So I went to an appointment again and told her the same thing, and we talked about it, and she was just like, no, I'm not going to take you off of it, you know. And I was like, all right, I think it's time that I find something else that works, and I find a different doctor. And so I did. And all this time I'm doing keto on and off, you know, doing low carb, trying different things. So, and I'm losing weight, but it's just probably not the healthiest way. So then I find a doctor who is pro keto, and she encouraged me, and so I did my research, and I have started. Now, mind you, this is a couple years ago. So this is how I started, and I will not lie to you. Mark my words, the first week or two, probably 2, is the most miserable thing you will ever go through. You are going to go through a sugar detox, and I swear to God, it's probably, I've never been a drug addict, but I assume it's the same thing. I felt like I was just, it was awful. I had headaches. I couldn't sleep. I thought, there's no way, there's absolutely no way I can live like this. I'm not sleeping. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I'm staying keto, and I feel like crap. And then the more I read about it, everybody's like, that's your body getting rid of it. Just stick it out. And I probably failed 2 to 3 times. Like, no, I would just give me a donut so I can take a nap, you know, that kind of thing. So I was like, okay, I need to go into this. Now I know I'm going to feel like crap. Let me just do this again. And I did. And this time I stuck it out. It was probably the 3rd time. So I stuck to my keto. So sample menu, I would eat 3 eggs with sauce. There's these chicken sausages that I get from Costco back then, and I still get them to this day. Though you get their chicken sausage, and there's 3 for 1 carb. So I would eat 6 chicken sausages and 3 eggs. And they're like little links. So I would eat that. And then if I was really hungry, I would do a microwave English muffin keto version that I know, that I have a recipe for. So I would make that. And then I would munch on, you know, a cauliflower, or I would eat lunch meat. If you get Mickleberry ham from your deli, it's 0 carbs. So I would get that. And I just roll it up with cheese and munch on that. For dinners, I would have, you know, a piece of chicken, grilled or whatever, and a vegetable on the side. If I made my family mac and cheese, I would make me, you know, chicken with cheesy cauliflower. So it would kind of give me the same vibe. And I did great, and I started losing, but I felt horrible the first week or 2. I would probably venture to say 2. I hate to tell you that, but it's probably a good 2 weeks before you start to like, oh my God, now I feel human again. And it'll happen overnight. It's the weirdest thing. Like, you will feel like you're dying the first week. You'll have headaches. You won't be able to sleep. You'll get leg cramps, the whole night. Then the second week, you'll start to feel like, you know, I'm starting to feel human again. And then just one day you'll wake up and you'll be like, oh, I feel great. You know, everything's fine. Everything's wonderful, and you'll have all kinds of energy, and your body has detoxed. And I swear to you, it will be great from that point on. And as dumb as this sounds, as bad as that detox is, as horrible as you feel, unless you're, well, kudos to you if you can do this. I'm sure there's people that do. But over time, I'm sure you're going to have a carbohydrate, or I'm sure you're going to overeat, or you're going to cheat, or have something wrong, or whatever. And you will get that feeling again that you feel, it will weigh you down. You'll be tired. You'll feel like crap because you ate bad, because you ate off keto. And yet we still do it. But my problem is if I go off keto, TMI, but when I go back on it, no, not when I go back on it, when I go off keto. So say, for instance, say tomorrow I got off of work and I decided to pick up a breakfast sandwich from McDonald's, and I ate it, like bread and all. Within 2 hours of eating it, I would be in severe stomach distress and be in the bathroom. Just is what it is. And it's horrible, and my stomach will hurt, and I will be like this. I will be tired and feel like crap, but yet I still do it. And I'm not going to lie, I have. And it's not often, but there's just, I do. Like last week, bless her heart, I got my dog's ashes back on Thursday. And I was just like, I cried all day because her ashes were delivered, and they gave me her fur, and they gave me a paw print, and her ashes, and then I went and spread her ashes in her favorite spots, and I was just a wreck. I was just bawling. And I said to my husband that night, I was like, let's just order a pizza and get some food. I'm just like, I'm done. I don't even want to be bothered. And he's like, okay, cool, you know. And then I was like, no, let me not, because then I'll feel like crap afterwards. And I didn't. So I was proud of myself, because most of the time because I'm like, oh, I haven't done that in a month, let me, you know. But I was just like, I am not in the mood to feel like crap. So I didn't. So I ended up cooking, and I got over my emotions, and there you go. But so, you know, there's going to be times that you fall off the wagon, and it's okay. It's just, you will learn how you feel. So, okay, how I started. I digress. So I just, like, the first day I would have eggs. Okay, eggs is my staple. A lot of people on keto will tell you they're over eggs, because eggs is just high protein, and it's so good for you. And it's such a filling thing that you can make. And you can eat it so many different ways. 2 to 3 years, however long it's been that I've been into it, 3 years. I am so not sick of eggs. I could eat eggs every day. I love eggs. But if you do get sick of eggs, or if you don't like eggs, there's other options. And you can make your eggs differently. It's not like, well, I could literally just fry up 3 eggs and eat them. I always eat 3. I don't know. So I could just eat them like that. And but you could scramble, you can fry, you can hard boil, you can make egg loaf, which is like egg loaf. It's almost like a French toasty kind of thing that you make with just eggs. I'll have a recipe coming up for that. And there you can make little mini frittatas. You scramble a bunch of eggs and put veggies and meats and stuff in it and put it in a little muffin tin, and you'll have little egg muffins, and they're so good. And you top them with cheese and whatever. And then once you get deeper into your journey, then you can start adding in little keto breads and keto things, keto baked goods, so that you can make like a breakfast sandwich. Chaffles are life. When you first start, you can make a chaffle literally with egg and cheese. So you could have that and make a sandwich. And I did that a lot because when I wanted the sandwich vibe, but I was not ready for keto baked goods yet, the chaffle did it for me. And right now I have a giveaway for a free chaffle maker. So yeah, that thing came in handy. I literally own, I think 4 chaffle makers, 4 or 5 single ones. And then I have a 4, I don't know, it's like a 4, it makes 4 at once. And then I have the Twinkie little ones. I have them everywhere. They look like Twinkies. I say Twinkies, you know what Twinkies are. They look like they make Twinkies, but they make a chaffle, and they're corn dog shaped. So I've made those corn dogs. I've made desserts in them. Yeah, I love my chaffle maker. But I've also, I made chaffle burgers the other day. And that was the first time I had made chaffles in a while, because I found a couple of sourdough bread recipes and keto bread recipes that I love. So, but I got back into the chaffles, and I had another one today. So there's things that you can eat that can make it like you're eating bread or sandwiches. Okay, hang on one second. My timer is about to go off. I'm going to restart this. Okay, so my timer on my phone where I'm recording was saying, hey, we're going to stop soon. So I had to restart it. Anyway, so the chaffles, if you are a person that likes they will be life. And there's so many recipes out there, and you can make it with, there's one where you can make it with almond flour, you can add coconut flour, you can add just cheese and egg. I don't think, so when I make it, if I just use egg whites and cheese or an egg and cheese, I think it tastes fine. I think if you cook it 3 to 4 minutes and get it a little crisp, spot on. Some people say it tastes too eggy. So if you're one of those people that thinks it tastes too eggy, you can add mayo to it, you can add almond flour and make it more bready, and I'll have recipes for that coming up too. So there's things that you can do. So you know what, when you wake up in the morning, if you want an egg sandwich and you're just starting keto, make yourself an egg sandwich. 1 egg, 2 chaffles, and a piece of sausage. Bang, you'll be full, I promise you, and you will be satisfied. And then for lunch, you could take lunch meat, roll it up with some cheese, dunk it in mayo or ranch or whatever. You could make a chaffle sandwich. Broth, I know that sounds like the dumbest thing, but I used to like to drink broth. I haven't done that in a while. I like broth. So I would just drink broth, and it would fill me up, and I would be like a soup vibe. What else? You can have eggs omelets. I know, eggs again. Make an omelet or an egg scramble. Hash. Oh, that's another one. If you cut up mushrooms and peppers and meats of some sort, sausages or whatever, add in radishes or any vegetable you want, zucchini, cauliflower, whatever. Just saute that bad boy up in a pan, top it with 2 eggs, and you got you a delicious hash. So I used to eat a lot of those. I lived on meats because I like meat. I like protein. So I would have, pork or I'm a dipper. So if I made pork, chicken, steak, whatever, I would make some type of keto sauce on the side because I like to dip. So I would mix sambal with mayonnaise and make like a spicy dip. And I like it a lot. So it's not like I feel deprived, I guess. So, and that's what I would eat. And then if I wanted a snack, you know, instead of popcorn and potato chips and things like that, you know, I would have, a lot of times I would do, my go-to would either be hard-boiled eggs or lunch meat roll-up, where I would take Mickleberry ham and roll a piece of string cheese up in it and dunk it in mayo or a dip of some sort. Or once in a great while, I would make me a keto dessert. So you, if you haven't seen it by now, I am more of a salty person, not a sweet. Excuse me, I'm not going to say I don't like sweets, because I do, but I prefer salty stuff. So if you put a chocolate cake in front of me or a plate of nachos, I'm gonna pick the nachos every time. But there's once in a while that I do like sweets. So I have keto ice cream in my freezer at all times. I have keto popsicles in my freezer at all times. I have, I bet you my keto popsicles have been in there 6 months. And it's a box of 6 that I got from Costco, and they're like 3 carbs. But it's just, they're there if I want them. So when you're first starting keto, what I would recommend is you do your eggs, your lean meats, your vegetables. Try to stay away from the fruits, stay away from the breads, sugars, all of that. Go to your Lakanto, go to your Swerves, and then just start there. Start eating your eggs for your breakfast. Get through the first 2 weeks. Get through the first 2 weeks, and you will feel so much better without cheating. Drink lots of water. And oh, another thing I will tell you is I've lost quite a bit of weight. I have quite a bit of weight still to lose. But look, you see it? Like, I'm nothing but flab. So, I can't. And my stomach is gross. So, I wish somebody had told me to drink collagen from day one. Nobody told me till probably a year into it. So, I drink collagen every single night. I drink it at work. I mix it with my coffee. But had I known sooner, and I don't know. I've had 3 kids, and I'm all stretched out. I had a horse for my 3rd kid was a horse. And, you know, my first one, I had preeclampsia, so I was all stretched out, and I had major stomach issues. My 3rd one tore me to pieces, and I had to have reconstructive surgery, so my stomach's gross anyway. But it's just, bleh. And I wonder if, had I started the collagen in the beginning, would it have helped? And I don't know. It probably wouldn't have helped tremendously. So I have a lot of flab. But I feel so much better. I am so much more active, and my bones and joints do not ache. I have osteoarthritis. That's my only health issue. And that's just arthritis. The collagen has helped. I golf every single week, twice a week minimum. I try to go walking with my dog, and, you know, I'm not one that runs. I probably should lift. I'm thinking about incorporating weights into my regimen. I've talked about it and haven't done it, but, I really probably did not exercise like faithfully for probably the first 8 months of my journey. That's probably not good, but I didn't. So, you know, if you can't exercise, if you can and if you want to, go for it. I'm not saying don't. But if you can't, or you just aren't ready to, or whatever, don't feel like you can't do the keto portion, because you can, and still lose the weight. So, start with eliminating breads, pastas, rice, white stuff, sugar. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. No milk. You can eat your cheeses. You can eat, and try to go full fat, because when you do, so if you have a block of low fat mozzarella and then a block of full fat mozzarella, the low fat is going to have more carbs, because they have to supplement that fat with something. So, you know, watch that. You want to do full fat cream cheese. You want to do shred your own cheese, because the shredded, that you buy in the store, like the already shredded cheese, has a caking agent, so it adds carbs to it. So I either shred my own, or I buy Chihuahua Mexican cheese that has 0 carbs. That's just what I do. And some people will say, you're being anal, it's only 1 carb. And maybe, but I have to, you know, I know what works for me. So start there. Drink lots of water. And then I also make keto drinks and that are 0 carbs that you can add into your repertoire. But I didn't learn about those probably until 6-7 months ago, I just started researching, and then I started ordering and playing with it and becoming a bartender. So you want to probably stay away from the alcohol, sugars, bread, rice, potatoes, fruits. Just stay away from that stuff. High starchy vegetables for the first 2 weeks. Just give yourself that. Promise yourself 2 weeks, and then you will start feeling better. And I guarantee you'll lose a good chunk the first 2 weeks. So see what you think. I hope this helped. I don't know if this really did. I just kind of rambled, but I was trying to get across what I did. So I'll have a bunch of recipes coming up, and you want to start out simple. You do not have to drink collagen. You do not have to have all these keto things that I'm talking about. If you just want to go buy stevia, by all means go buy stevia. You don't have to buy the Lakanto that's $5 more a bag. Just there's things you can do. Just read your labels and know that you're going to look at your carbs, subtract your fiber or your sugar alcohols, and that number is going to be your net carbs. And that's the number you're going to be tracking, unless you do total carbs, which some people do, which I don't. But so yeah, just message me if you have any questions. I know this is so confusing, but you will get used to it. Just start out slow. Start out saying, you know what, tomorrow I'm going to wake up, I'm going to eat eggs, I'm going to eat lean meats, bacon, sausage. I say lean meats and then I said bacon, but meats, bacon's okay, Canadian bacon, things like that. And then for dinner, try to do a lean piece of chicken, or pork or steak or beef or whatever, and then a vegetable on the side. Butter, load it up with the butter. Just try to stay away from the starchy, carby stuff, and you should be fine. And after you get through the first 2 weeks, start incorporating some other stuff, but still don't, oh, I've made it through 2 weeks, now I can make a whole cake. You'll want to make sure that you slowly, and don't do it all the time, and keep track of your calories, slowly add stuff in so that you don't start gaining back. Because come on, let's face it, if you eat too many calories, sugar-free or not, you're going to gain weight. So just kind of do your research, talk to your doctor, make sure you're good, and then know what your body can handle. Know your body, so that, okay, I did my 2 weeks, I feel good, I've lost 7 pounds or I've lost 10 pounds. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to make a whole chocolate cake that's keto, and I can eat the whole thing. Yeah, no, you can eat a piece of it, and it's fine, but to sit there and eat a whole cake is just not going to be good. So just know those things. All right, have a good night. I hope this answers some questions.